Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. So today's video is the part 2 of the video I posted recently. The part 1 is about the cutting of the pattern of this beautiful ankara shirt. So if you haven't seen the video, please check it out. So in this video is about the cutting of the fabric and also the stitching of this ankara shirt. If this is something you really want to know about, or if this is something you're interested in, keep watching. This video is for you. So you start by placing your ankara fabric. You fold it into two and you place it in the right direction for you to cut the front bodice. So after placing the pattern paper, you can pin it down so that it doesn't shake while you are cutting. So just pin it down. So pin it down, then after that you cut out your pattern. So after cutting the front, you place the back also. You position it very well in the right position. Then you cut out the back bodice. You also pin it down so that it doesn't shake when you are cutting. Just pin it down so it doesn't shake while cutting. So after pinning, you cut out your fabric. So now after cutting the back bodies, now we can start sewing. You remove the pin of the pattern, then we can start sewing the pattern. You can start sewing. So now we have to sew with 1/2 inch. The part I'm pointing out, please just look at the video. That part you sew it by 1/2 inch. You can shock it out, that is, you measure the 1/2 inch also, then you shock it so you are sure, or you can just sew if you are good at sewing like straight like that. So just sew just 1/2 inch, sew that side and also the back bodice too. So after sewing, this is what we have. After sewing with 1/2 inch. Then you open it like the way I'm doing. You open it wide like this, then we have to fold it. That 1/2 inch you fold it into two, then you sew again as if you are top stitching. So you just sew as if you are aiming, or you are top stitching. Just sew it like that on both the back and the front. So after sewing, this is what we have, as you can see, to make that part neat, and to make it to be for the stitch to be opening. So as you can see, this is what we have after sewing. Then you place the two fabrics, the front and the back, the right side facing each other. So we have to sew the side. We sew with 1/2 inch too. You can pin it so you know where you're sewing. So you just pin the two fabric together, that is the front and the back pattern, the back bodies. So So you pin the other side too, then you sew with half inch. Pin as much as you can. So after pinning, you sew with half inch that side, and this other side too you sew with half inch. So this is what we have after sewing. We cut out the thread, all those excess threads. So this is what we have after sewing. Remove the pin. If there's still pin on your shirt, you remove it. So now after sewing that part, we move to the part under the trouser, under the shirt. So this part, you make sure they are both matching, the front and the back. Make sure they are matching. Make sure it is matching each other, the front and the back. Make sure that it is matching. Then you pin it so it won't shake. You pin that side. Also pin the other parts too, so that you'll be sure you are sewing the right thing. So we sew with half inch, but before sewing that part, we have to hem the lower part of the shirt, because sometimes the lower part is always very small, so you have to hem it like this before you sew. So since we use the allowance of 2 inches, so you can fold half inch and 1.5. So you can either sew like you fold half inch first, then you fold 1.5, or you fold 1 inch and you also fold 1 inch just to make it 2 inches. But for this shirt, I'm folding it 1 inch, 1 inch, and also 1 inch again. So after folding like that, you make sure you are folding, you make sure it is folded right. Then you pin as much as you can. One inch in, 1 inch, and another 1 inch. So you pin. Then the other side too, you fold 1 inch in, and you also fold another 1 inch. Then you pin it. You pin as much as you can. If you can pin up to like 5 times, if you can pin twice and this is okay by you, just pin whatever way it works for you. So after pinning, you sew very close to the end. Just sew a straight line. So this is it after sewing. Trim out the excess thread if you have excess thread on your clothes. So you unpin, you remove the pin. So now you sew the part we were pinning the other time. So you still pin the edges. Then you sew with half inch. So after sewing, this is what we have here. We are almost done. So this is what we have. Then you turn your shorts to the right side. What's left with this short is just to hem the upper part where we'll put our elastic. So we are almost done. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, drop a lovely comment. So this is the short. It is looking beautiful already. Now it is time to stitch the upper part so that we can put our elastic. So for this part, I folded 3/4 inch in, and 1¼ inch outside. So I folded 3/4 inch in and 1¼ inch outside, so to make it 2 inches. Why you have to do that is because you know your elastic is 1 inch, so you have to have enough space for the elastic to move freely inside. So that's why I folded 3/4 inch in and 1/4 inch outside. So you do that for the rest of the other parts too. Then you pin so you are sure of what you are doing. So now we are done with the pinning. It's time for us to sew. So yeah, I was trying to know the back of our shorts, so I know where I'll put the opening for the elastic to go inside. So now at the midpoint, I measured 1 inch to the right and 1 inch to the left, so that the elastic can move freely. So I will sew from that point and I will leave the small point open. So after sewing, you remove all the pins. So that's the opening. So from that opening we can pass in our elastic. So for you to cut the elastic, you measure your waist. The waist of this short is 22 inches. Then I deducted 3 to 4 inches. I think I deducted 4 inches from the waist, so I measured 18 inches for my elastic. Then I added 1 inch extra for me to stitch the elastic on each other. So you measure your waist, you remove like 4 to 3 inches depending on how you want it to be tight. So this is the elastic. I measured 19 inches, that is 18 inches will be for the waist and 1 inch will be what I will use to sew the elastic together. So after cutting the elastic, you use a safety pin to pass the elastic inside. So you pass it in gently and carefully. So when you are done, you place the elastic on each other then you pin. So on that pin you just sew like 2 inches straight, so as you can see what I've done here. So then you stretch out your elastic for it to fully enter inside your trouser. So as you can see, our shirt is ready. So now you have to stitch the part you open at the back, just stitch it back. Then after that you can iron. Your shirt is ready. So yeah, I've not even ironed the shirt, and see how it is looking. It is looking beautiful already. The shirt is not ironed yet and it is looking beautiful. So yeah, this is when I've ironed the shirt. As you can see, I gave it a good press and it is looking very nice. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, give it a good thumbs up, comment, share. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.